Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how to use the countdown timer mode on the Casio GWM5610U watch. Pretty similar to other Casio watches. We're going to need to get to the timer mode using the mode button. It's the bottom left button on the watch. We're going to press it 4 times. Each time we press it, it's going to take us to a different mode. The 4th press should put you in a mode that looks like this. It should say TR up top for timer. And then you're going to see a couple of different values. The top right box is always going to be the current time for your home city location. So it should be the same thing you were seeing when you were in your timekeeping mode. And then the bottom here, you're going to have your default timer, or the last value that you had when you were in your timer mode. And then at the very bottom here, you're going to have your menu bar that shows some other information, like your battery level and then whether or not you've got any of your alarms on. Some other values you might see depending on what settings you have set, like your power saving, so on and so forth. Once we're in our timer, we can simply press the bottom right button to start the countdown timer. Press it again to pause it. Press it again to resume it. And then once it is paused or stopped, if you press the top left button, it will reset it back to the default value. In my case, that default value is 1 minute. So you might be sitting there wondering, well, how do I change the default value? While you're in your countdown timer and it is not running, if you press and hold the top left button, that will take you into your settings for your countdown timer. First thing that you should see is a blinking value for your hour indicator. You can use either the top button on the right-hand side or the bottom button on the right-hand side to adjust your timer value. The max timer you can do is a 24-hour timer. If you want to do 24, you would set this to 0 and then set your minutes to 0 as well. I can go ahead and show you that. I'm going to press the bottom left button and I'm going to go ahead and go down. If you leave the timer like that, it is a 24-hour timer. I'm going to change it though. Once we've got our hours set, as you saw, you can press the mode button. It'll take you to your minutes. You can again use the top button on the right-hand side to go down, bottom button on the right-hand side to go up, or you can always press and hold to go faster. So let's set a default, let's do a 10-minute, let's do a 5-minute timer. I'll press the mode button one more time, and I can even adjust my seconds. So if I wanted to do something like a 5-minute and 5-second default timer, it's totally fine. Once you've got it set the way you want, you're simply going to press the top left button, and now we've adjusted our default start time. So now when I start my timer and stop it and then reset it, instead of it resetting to 1 minute like we had a minute ago, it's going to reset to 5 minutes and 5 seconds. As with any Casio watch, you do not have to stay in the timer mode. On this watch, kind of makes sense because you've got your current time here, and there's not a whole lot of other modes on it. But we can go to any mode we want to, do whatever we want on the watch. The countdown timer will be running in the background. And there it is. Pretty simple stuff. You don't have to reset it. So if I simply want to stop my countdown timer, go back to my timekeeping mode. When I go back to my timer mode, if I didn't reset it, it will be sitting on whatever value it was on the last time I was there. That's a quick look at using the countdown timer mode on the GWM5610U. I hope the video helped.